Alright, hey folks, we're going to continue working on the Spelljammer Combat and Exploration book that we've been creating here on stream. Give me a second here to check my signal, and then we'll go through our intro and get started. So mic check, go through our intro, get started. So mic check. Alright, sounds good. Alright, cool. So I'm going to hit some buttons here across Twitter and Reddit and Discords just to let everyone know that I'm up and running. And while we go through that process here real quick, I will go through an intro spiel for people that don't know who I am. Hey, my name is Phil Kearney. I create role-playing games, I illustrate them, and I publish them online. I have been focusing my attention on Dungeons & Dragons 5th edition, specifically, here for a number of years. The work that I produce, I publish it on DMsGuild.com. There's links in the description down below. You can check that stuff out. There's all free previews, an extensive look at the documents that I build, and almost everything that I have has zip files with like extra tokens and play mats and maps and stuff like that. So if you think any of that stuff is cool, consider making a purchase to help support the growth of the channel. Remember, purchasing isn't so much about getting access to the information that's in the document, but encouraging me to make more of them in the future. So I create role-playing games, I illustrate them, and I publish them online. What does that mean? So I'll have an idea about something. I run campaigns from level 1 to 20 in about 200 to 250 hours using 5th edition. And so when I make a supplement that I make is typically going to be something that is a kind of game that I want to run that we don't have the tools for yet in 5th edition to play properly. So I'll then play test those mechanics. If they work well, I will word it out. Get an editor to help us make the words sound smart. We'll then break them down into individual chunk size ideas that we can fit on a page. We then illustrate the thing, and when all the illustrations are done, we seal it all up into a PDF, and we publish it on DMsGuild along with tokens for you guys to enjoy. So right now we're working on a compilation page here. We have in the equipment and ship section a slew of pre-generated ships that were provided to us, vessels that were provided to us by Wizards of the Coast and TSR back in 1989, the different type of vessels that are available: bombards, damselflies, hammerhead ships, living ships, scorpions, etc. And we created fighter craft as a step between the 75-foot plus vessels and creatures at the 5-foot scale. We have fighter craft, which we also had to construct. So throughout the book, we make reference to these different ships and weapon systems and stuff. So we needed a document we needed something to help demonstrate what it is exactly that we are seeing. So I'm gonna get rid of that and get rid of this because they're not needed anymore. So here's a cover that we did back around episode 15, and here is the illustration, that the compilation page of vessels, craft, the list of vessel weapons that are aboard these ships with their labels, and then here are fighter craft labels with their weapons and systems as well. So I am attempting to make a good-looking document here that gives you an idea of what each of these ships look like and what their weapon systems are like. And then once we finish this, I'll be able to take each of these little cards, like take one of these things, extract it as a card, to put it on an index card, and then list out the specific damage that each ship does. Because like rams, you'll do different damage with rams if you're a smaller ship as opposed to a larger ship. So there are some differences in damage scaling that you have with the crafts and the vessels that I think we should specifically be spelling out so that the thing is more usable, right? User friendly. So we will be doing that. Right now, I'm going through the process of the luxurious balance, the luxurious effort of balancing where all of these labels are at. The idea is to the idea was that black dots is too dark. See, if I push this all the way out to full black, when you look at the page, it feels those dots are overwhelming the page. I want in a glance for the spotlight of the piece to be the ships themselves, and I want the labels and information about what the ships are capable of doing to be more background. So that's why I'm currently sitting here with all these labels at 50% opacity. But 100% sure that's where I want to be at. I might actually drop it down to 25. But the problem I have then is that you can see poking through the grid work that we have for the place that they sit. And I think that's a little bit too receded. I kind of like that it's balancing with here, but the idea here is that once I have all the labels properly, like I'm like aligning things down at the pixel level right now, and once those are all balanced properly, I'm thinking about putting like a white background behind all this stuff so that we don't have to see the grid poking through, so we can see what the actual quality value of these dots are. This is 25% gray. Thank you, Timely Timer. This is 25% grayscale, and I want to go to, if this is 50%, then I think that actually sits pretty good. My hair's itchy today. So I'm sussing this stuff out, but where we're at right now is once I get all these tokens set properly, it'll be really easy for us to be able to drop in a white background behind the dots, and then play with their opacity to see where the proper balance is. It might be like around 35%. I'm not positive yet. I got some Snickers brand coffee, caramel peanut butter chocolate flavor. Fuck, I can't tell. It's still rock and roll to me, man. So this is how we're doing this. We're highlighting this. All these dots. Each ship has a separate layer that we're working on. See, flying fish here, and then we got the lamprey we're working on here, and the tyrant ship down here. They all have their separate layers, separate. These labels are separate from the actual tokens, which is useful for organizational purposes. But let's do this, and then see. You can see how this thing gets sealed around. Now I can zoom in, and I'm using the pixels here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I want to center this up, so I'll push it over a pixel. Now it's 6 and 6. There you go. Now I'm using this center line as a measure. 1, 2, 3, 4, as opposed to 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So I can push that up a square. There. Now this is properly centered on its line. Put the target in the middle of the square and pull the trigger. Put the target in the middle of the square and pull the trigger. Put the target in the center of the square and pull the trigger. These are a few of my favorite things. So what is going on with you, my dude? This I'm noticing that we have a couple little marks here, so I want to remove those. Ultra edit. But yeah, we're down to the nittiest of gritty, my folks. It's just this detail, these little detail pieces right now is all we're really doing. Because all the illustrations for the book are done. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And if it's an odd number, then we defer to the outside. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. See, that's 7, and this is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. That's 6. We defer to the outside. Since this is a 3x3 and we're on this edge, deferring this way would be the outside going that way. So looks like it will be like this. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Perfect. So that's sitting pretty. This is what we're doing. I wish I had something more exotic that we were doing right now, like illustrations, but currently we're not. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So let's do that. I think I have a gift token I need to make for Warwick Blastomov, but I don't. I'm still sussing out that page in the Lazarax's conversion guide, so I'm not 100%. That's where we're at. So I figured while I'm still sussing out what needs to be done there, I just work on this because this is something that has to be done. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. There. I need a gap of 2 pixels between these. So let me go back to here, here, and then boop, there you go, 1 pixel. Now I can delete this, and that is in balance. And here, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So that goes down a square, and lamprey is done. I gotta tell you, I'm not 100% on this format. I'm going through all this work to see if I really like it. It seems to be the most efficient way for me to put a single page document inside of like a single page inside of this piece overall. Here, see, this is the original scratch of it. Get rid of that. So I don't want you to have to flip back and forth between which one is what, you know? And there's no space on this chart. This table is already loaded up as it is with like the type of materials the ship is made of, the hit points, the space that it occupies, its true size in feet, strength and constitution saving throw based on the materials that it's made from, the full weight of the vessel itself, plus its, well, the ship, because craft as well, but the cargo it can carry, and the towing capacity that it has, and its rough cost, its raw cost based on size and materials. So that is a very full table, and I want to make sure I keep this stuff as simple as possible. Good luck with that. So, so I figured just a separate one page here to show you what each of these ships are, and to show you their scale and size in comparison, and how equipped they are with weaponry would be a good way to go. And but being able to indicate where all the weapons are on the ship is a tall order. And then it's beyond our capacity to actually provide a loadout of what the damage of each of these things are on this table. But I could give you a schematic, like a weapon schematic sheet, like a little index card with the craft on it, with next, like all these dots laid out. So we have a space here that we're occupying that's going to be roughly a 6 by 6 inch space on the page. That can be, we could actually probably do it smaller than that. What I'll have to do is a tear out of this, like the squid and the hammerhead ship here specifically, to see what the true size on the page is for this, for us to set the size. If I'm hoping that we can actually make this sit inside of, since it's just a card, right, a reference document, it doesn't have to be true to size, because we have true to size tokens that we already provide in there that's separate from these weapon racks. So a lot of assets we're including with this thing. A lot of assets. Like, I'm sad that this and this aren't like perfectly aligned, but I mean, it is what it is, you know. All we can do is all we can do, and that must be enough. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 5 by 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Got it. Probably there. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4. Yep. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Nope. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. There you go. Balanced. One, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Copy, paste. Write this down. Are you 2 pixels away? Yes, you are. Here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Fucking perfect. Oh my god. Nice. Space Galleon. Maybe maybe folks want to have a diagram or something here so they know what it is that we're doing over here on the side. What can I do to accommodate you? How about this? Hey, consider like, subscribe, hit the bell icon. We've picked up more subscribers since the last stream on Saturday. I released a video on Sunday which was yesterday in the real world. Y'all are welcome to check out. It's an essay on squadron commander role and how squadrons work. In this document, squadrons are a combination of both the pilot options and the siege commander roles. Basically, as a pilot, you're navigating multiple ships, and as a siege commander, you're coordinating the fire of multiple ships. So the siege commander and the pilot are simplified versions of the squadron commander role. There's four main. If you're indoctrinated into the system already and a fan, you know this stuff. Hey, Karen, glad you're here. If you're a fan of all this stuff, you already know these things, but there's four basic roles that your character can play aboard a ship. You can freely mix and match roles with your own character's individual action economy during a round of combat, and multiple characters can play the same role in tandem, working together using group initiative if you want, like multiple pilots to be co-pilots, multiple siege commanders. You can have multiple characters coordinating the movement of other ships, and everyone can support each other. So these are the four roles, and we've been digging through the content of this on these Sunday morning videos that I've been releasing. Yeah, so this is that y'all can check that stuff out. Let's get this thing up here so that we have a guide here along the side. Oh, that's what I wanted to do. I wanted to see if this was reasonably visible for folks. So let's do this, and then have it like that. See, I can conceal it while I need to, but I don't need to right now, so I don't have to. And how does that look? A little off the page. All right, so. Well, sometimes it just can't be helped. So, I got a Sally Forth. Hold on. Burp. Burp. Wasn't sashing, but yeah, okay, it's a little off screen. Oh well. I'm trying to help everyone else see what it is I'm doing so they aren't, in the dark about what's going on. But it is what it is. So, Space Galleon here. So, we're currently balancing where all these things are. And see, you can see number 4, we're dealing with harpoon flingers over here. See? Harpoon flingers. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I ran out of illustrations. I think I have one more token I need to do. For Warwick, the Warwick Blastomov. No, Warwick Blastomov. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. The gift companion that you guys pick up in Doom Space in Lazaraxis. I did not create a token for that dude, and I think I need to do that. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. But right now I'm still balancing I'm still doing the layouts for the Lazaraxis page. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Do tell. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Ooh, interesting that this would get clipped. Down. Good. One, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. That's balanced there. Copy, paste. Push this up. that. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. There should be 2 squares between these two. Fucking perfect. Cool. So that is in the proper balanced position. Is this called a... Hey, what's up? Hold on. Let me see my text. Shot ruling. It's called... What do you mean by shot ruling? I don't know what that term means. There we go. Here's the weapons that we have. So the Galleon has harpoon flingers, which are mounted anti-personnel weapons. It has 2 ballista, and it has 1 mangonel. And then each of the siege weapons have weapon and damage type that are listed in DMG that we translated to be just a single die roll times 10. Like instead of being like, I think it's 3d10 is what a ballista normally does. So instead we made that a d4 times 10 damage. A ballista does, I think... I want to say it does 8d8 damage in the DMG, so we made it instead of d6 times 10. And a trebuchet. Where's a trebuchet? The lamprey has a trebuchet. There you go, number 8, trebuchet. A trebuchet does 10d8 damage in the Dungeon Master's Guide, so instead we make a d8 times 10 damage. Siege weapons do 10 times damage, while mounted weapons like harpoon flingers and eldritch cannons deal single damage, like 2d8 damage, or like a cantrip, like a 9th level wizard would do d8 damage through an eldritch cannon. But a wizard, or like a spellcaster, could spend a spell slot to ramp up the damage to be times 10. So you can convert an eldritch cannon into a siege weapon. So like having, oops, I just locked up. I'm gonna have to hit save and restart this particular one, which gives me an opportunity to read your text. So, ship grid. So, called shot like, I will shoot the mast, or I want to shoot the hole, etc. Called shots. Got it. Is there a called shot system in this book? No. D&D 5e by nature does not do called shots. And what this book does is it basically replicates 5e combat for ships at the 50 foot. If you're talking about fighter craft, these are 5-foot squares. So this ship occupies a 50-foot, like these craft occupy 50-foot squares. And these vessels are occupying, these are 50-foot squares. So vessels as a single square would occupy 500-foot squares. So we have 5-foot, 50-foot, and 500-foot scales during combat. And we use all the mechanics from 5e for combat, spell casting, and exploration, pillars of adventure. We translate those into the 50, 500, and then 1 mile and larger scale as well. So called shot is not a D&D principle. A DM could decide to implement that stuff to give like disadvantage or something like that if they chose, but native, no, it does not. Let's see. We're going to move on to the WASP now and provide further commentary. What we do have, the one instance of a called shot that we do have is if you want to fling and start fires aboard a ship. When you make an attack with a weapon that like Greek fire or a flaming, like a flaming ballista bolt or something like that, the DM can, the person that's making the attack can decide where on the ship a fire starts. It's like a 5-foot square. Like if I lob a fireball at your ship and I hit it and I deal damage, then I could take that 20-foot radius area where the fireball would hit, and I could choose, depending on how much damage I deal. Generally, you divide your damage by, I think it's by 5 is the number of 5-foot squares you can occupy with fire. And so that fire, if it can overcome the damage reduction of the ship material being used, you can cause a fire to spread. It's a constitution saving throw that either the pilot or the material, the ship itself, makes with the material that it's made from. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. There we go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, but called shots was a level of what do you say? A level of complication that I didn't see benefiting because the way that because of the way that Spelljammer ships work, you only need a pilot to make the thing go. As opposed to, that's very 5e. In second edition, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3. You are dependent on how much crew you have, kind of like a normal boat, to be able to make your ship go and do. But 5th edition makes it so that you only actually need a single creature that is focusing on the spelljamming helm to make a ship just go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 6 and 6. Timer. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So you don't need a crew. Technically, you don't even need a mast. Like a lamprey, it doesn't have a mast. Shrike ship doesn't have a mast. Scorpion doesn't have a mast. Turtle ship doesn't have a mast. Tyrant ship doesn't have a mast. And there's no maneuverability ratings in 5th edition. So it doesn't... the need for a crew is pretty much completely separated from the functionality of the ship itself. So I wanted to keep that simplicity because it makes fightercraft work. 6. I'm finding an imbalance here that I am not happy with. Something feels off, so give me a second here. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Let's make a new layer here. Hey, how about that? It's actually mark on perfect. Okay, cool. Well, I was concerned. There's no need to be concerned. One, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Let's center that up. I will say, hold on real quick, that if your ship is in water and you want to make the thing go with sails, you can. Let's see. So we have ships that can land on solid terrain, and we have ships that can land in liquid terrain. So you have either, yes, your ship can land in terrain and can land in liquid and can float. And if it can float, does it have the capability of actually moving in water without having to be propelled by the magic of the spelljamming helm? So the bombard, you can land a damselfly in water, but it doesn't. You can't move it because it doesn't have any actual sails. Lamprey, yeah, you can. Night Spider, it's metal. Too heavy, it sinks. Actually, I need to look at the damselfly again real quick. It has a solid movement speed. A damselfly can land on the ground. Here's your example of a damselfly, right? So it's basically a giant bug. So it's got legs that can crawl around and move on stuff. Damselfly is made of a composition of both metal and wood. Thank you. So it's capable of floating in water, but its material it doesn't have the proper structure to actually be able to be propelled by water or to be propelled by wind through water. You'd have to keep your spelljammer helm engaged and just slowly push yourself through water. Otherwise, you can follow the rules of Saltmarsh if you wanted to. So, but it's not necessary. None of the crafts fare well in water because none of them have any kind of sails or anything. Did you finish all the illustrations for the other book? Oh, you mean for the Eberron adventure? No, I am far from done with Eberron. But this has to remain. I am so close to getting this book done that I need to keep up with this one specifically to get it off my plate. But as soon as this one is done, we'll be doing Eberron adventures in the morning. And 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Good. Copy, paste, drag this down. I need to make sure this one is centered properly so I have the right space for that one. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So when the Spelljammer book is done, the Eberron adventure will become my primary morning project. And then I'll be shifting around. I'll be working on supplements, additional supplements to this on the back end. Like, there's a lot of different books I want to build with this. Additional stuff that we can make. There's that, and I need to move this. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Nice job, Kearney. I'm gonna copy this. Oh wait, I don't need to copy that. I just need to center it up. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Good. So we got grappling tentacles, 8 of them. We have arcane cannons and harpoon flingers, ballistas, and mangonel. This is what a warbird! Holy Hannah! What a warbird! Let's get all this shit centered up. So, okay. Yeah, I still have some maps to do and finish all the creature tokens, and then once this becomes my once the Eberron becomes my primary project again, we'll be finishing up the layout of the edits and layouts for the actual document, and once that's done, we'll know all the holes in the piece are for us to drop chunks of the map in. Once all the chunks of map and tokens are in place, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. We'll know where we need to put actual page illustrations to flesh out the last bits, just exactly the same as this piece has done, except that it'll be for just an adventure. We'll be going into Light of Zaraxis after this. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 5. So once I finish this page, we'll assess whether I think we need another gift token. And once we finish the gift token, we'll be dropping into the second appendix, the Light of Zaraxis section. 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And we'll be building out all the token and map placement in that section. And that will help educate us on how to do layouts and placement for stuff. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Good. For the Light of Zaraxis appendix is a 20-page adventure tear out, basically translating the Light of Zaraxis adventure that Wizards of the Coast produced, using our combat mechanics. So it's about 24 pages of document. Jesus, it's its own supplement. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 1, 2, 7. Really? 1, 2, 3, 7, and that is 6. Okay, that's proper. And then here, so but we don't actually have any new illustrations in that appendix. Instead, we're using all the ship tokens, Light of Zaraxis NPC and creature tokens, and Light of Zaraxis maps that we built to be the illustrations in that appendix. And we'll be able to use that same structure and process to illustrate a lot of the Crystals of Umbar adventure as well. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 1, 2, 3. But I've never created an adventure before, so I needed to become educated on how to do that. And honestly, this project gave me the perfect opportunity to do that. Is this right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Good. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Perfect. So if this one's centered, these two will be centered. So this is my priority right now. Thread that needle, Kearney. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Nope. There. And then push to the outside. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I know that resolution is really low, but we have higher resolution in the actual token documents. This doesn't need to be high resolution. It just needs to be enough for you to know where it's at, because you've got tokens and then you'll have the combat cards to help identify what all these different little objects are. So should be fine on that front. One, two, three, four, five. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. All right, let's enter that there. Nice. It should already be set. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Good. Cool. Also, just a massive war wagon here. Pincer claws here. These are piercing rams. Again, we have ballistas, harpoon, anti-personnel flinger, harpoon flingers, anti-personnel weapons, and mangonels. So this thing is also decked out. I'm not providing internal maps. We already have deck plans that are provided in Spelljammer's Adventures in Space. I don't need to duplicate that work right now. If I start creating, I have some for the craft, like the spiderling, the cuttlefish, and the flitter, the fighter craft that we built that are large enough to have internal spaces. We have deck plans for those specifically, because those are new craft that we're introducing. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And as we introduce new craft in the future, like the Dwarven Citadel and 5 and 4, and the Elven Monarch Armada, and the Ogre Mastodon craft, Mammoth. That's it, the Ogre Mammoth. When we introduce those vessels, they're 500 feet in size, so they're just massive carrier structures. And we don't have maps for those because Liza of the Wizards of the Coast didn't cover those craft. They're big. I think they just didn't have space for them. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4. But we will be building those separately as basically like pay what you want coupons to use those massive ships in your adventures if you want to use that. If you want to use this system for your game. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We want to provide as many tools as we can to make it useful for you. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. There. Woo! 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. What's up? Details. I know, right? It's a pain in the ass. But if I'm going to do it, I need to do it right. So it's the details and knowing what you're doing that helps make this better than, say, what AI would be. Like AI, I could probably come up with similar ideas, but it wouldn't be a cohesive thought. It would just be one word at a time ideas, and then, oh, look at that. It ends up being generated as interesting. But AI isn't at the point that it could create an entire 100-some-odd page subsystem document that breaks down all of the details. That still requires a human's touch. So I'm still relevant. God damn it, I'm still relevant. I'm not dead yet. You'll be dead in a minute. I think I'll go for a walk. You'll be stone dead in a second. But until AI takes over the world, I still have relevance. So I'm going to just keep building stuff. That goes there. What is this? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Mondays are busy days for Phil. I'll be back in. Let's see. I'm going to do this probably for another hour. And then I'm going to, there. I've got a dentist today, so I'm going to need to make sure that my day job is caught up and good to go in my absence. I will be back at lunchtime, probably in about, I reckon at 1 o'clock, which is about 6 hours from now. I'll be building a. I'll be using the martial power system to build a Rakdos Barbarian. 2, 3. Using the power system, so we'll do that at lunchtime today. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 1, 2, 3, 4. That's 5 and 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. But we're at the upper edge, so it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then 6 going this way. There we go. That's proper. And then we'll be back for more Eberron token art. We're coloring tokens in Eberron tonight. That'll be in about a little bit more than 12 hours from now. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 4. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 1, 2, 3, 4. 5 and 6. There we go. And I'm still here. I'll show you guys so you know where we're at. You don't have any choice, but in the end, I lost it. Where'd you go? The end results are what matters. Yeah. It is what it is. I don't mind. You know, it's the process, and part of the stream here is showing what this process is, like what kind of work goes into it, the specific details. But here's the appendix. I have it as a separate document, and when it's done, I'm just gonna select all, copy, and then just drop it in at the back end of this thing. Here, I'll show you the full combat and exploration document as it stands. At this point, I'm just processing tokens, illustrations, building out cards, and I'm either on stream or I'm off stream. It's all the same. But so here's the full document, and then you can see here this back 25. You can see here is where the Appendix 2 converting Lazareaxis. You can see where that starts. And so it's 25-ish pages. This is still a very broken, rough format of it here in the SC in the actual document that we're working on. But here's the separate layout that we're doing for the book alone. And you can see we've gotten all of it very, very nice and clean. There's gaps here, so I can put in the here's the Moon Dancer and its crew, the first ship that you start off on. So we have space here to put the ship token, and then we can have the Ballista token and the Harpoon Flinger token here. We can have crew members lined up down here for the passengers and crew. We have space for the Captain Sartell token that we created, and we have room for the Flapjack token that we created. And then as we go through, we can do the same for the Dark Star here. So we're laying out what the ship is, what its weapons are, that you can refer again back to here to see corresponding here on the Star Moth that we're working on. I think that's actually where we're at right now. Yeah, we're working on Star Moth right now. So this illustration, well, minus all the little tags. Well, we could leave the tags in there, honestly. And then go back here to the start and then have like 1, 2, 3, C equals. We could potentially do all of that here so you can see where the weapons are on the ship here. When we put the token here, you know, the slashing ram, and we just do all the little icons here going down the line. And it has, you know, increasing the challenge if the team's kicking the fuck out of it, and then if you succeed and if you fail. And then all the little subsystems inside of the Lazareaxis chapter. So it's all, and then we drop in an illustration of the Nyogi challenge. Here's where the Nyogi challenge map can sit, and then again Spiderlings. So Fightercraft token, and then all its weapons. So little icons, and then here's a zoom in map again inside of the Nyogi Hunt Challenge. And then we have we have a squadron of galleons with the space patrol from Rock of Brawl that comes by. But we'll spend time and we'll detail all this stuff. But this is the stuff that we've been figuring out off screen. These 24, like I had to reformat all of this, and while I'm going through that reformatting, because I hadn't figured out how I wanted to place all the assets on here, but now that we're getting these things figured out, once I finish this page, I can start peeling through the combat cards and the page layout stuff for here. And once these are figured out, and we go through the same process as we go here of placing tokens and stuff. And once we get through all this stuff, then we'll be able to pull all of that and drop it in here directly. And this is the last, this is the page that we're working on right now, Chaos and Doom Space. So we have that, and then we have assembling the fleet. So we'll need to build all the little fleet tokens and the fleet maps. And then we have part 4, Saving the Mooniverse, where we're actually attacking the Zaraxis Citadel of Light. And I need to simplify this. It's sitting at 5 pages, I think. Hold on, 1 page, 2 page, 3 page, 4 page, 5 page. It's a 5-page battle from entering the system, fighting the fleet of Star Maws, getting past the line of scrimmage into the space that into the square that the fortress occupies, navigating through all of the gun turrets and flitter defending ships, landing your ship, disembarking on foot, and then heading to the Citadel of Light to have the final confrontation. We have the brigade, the Starmoth Brigade, sieging the Citadel, and then landing. Those are the 3 sections that are inside of Saviors of the Multiverse section that we need to break down. We currently have it rough hewn as 5 pages. I think I can potentially, I don't know if I can get it down to 4 pages or not. If I can, I will. But I think there's more word salad going on here than I need. So but that's what I'm struggling with off screen right now, which is why I don't think I'm going to be done by the 31st, because I'm still fighting it right now. But we're winning. 3 weeks ago, I hadn't started any of this, so we've gotten through 20 pages, 21 pages. Hold on, we're currently on. This is where we're at right now, so that's 17 pages. So 18 pages. I'm on page 18. So we're basically getting through 6 pages a week. And so that means that we should be able to finish up part 4 by Monday next week, which will put us at the 29th. And then it's just, all the pages will be done. Then it's just dropping in images into the pages where they belong. And that's a full document that we'll be doing that. Then we do all the hyperlinks to make all the table of content and the self-referencing things work, so you can bounce around inside the document. And then we have to finish up the token packaging into the zip file. So we might, I doubt we'll be done with the 31st. It's possible we'll be done with that by the 4th to have it released on the 5th. It's more probable that we'll be releasing like on February 11th or 12th. I suspect it's going to be around in here somewhere. Like, we're running out of stuff to do, and I keep pushing the ball forward. So once we finish moving the ball forward like that, then we'll be able to actually publish the thing. So, but yeah, we're running out of stuff that we need to work on. So when we run out of everything, we publish it. So back to work. But we're in that death spiral of getting things out the door, and boy, it's a pain in the ass. It's like I want it done. This is why I do the book cover first. Like, if I was doing the book cover last, I would be hating the book cover. 1, 2, 3, 4. Because it would be preventing me from publishing the book, you know? Like, oh, this is the last thing I need to do. Fuck you. And then I want to take shortcuts, and that is the absolute worst thing to do. Let's go to here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3. Yeah, good. Beep, 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 doo. And then get that to 2. Perfect. Complication. There, like that. One, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So 5 and 5. One, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 1, 2, 5. Okay, 6 and 6. Perfect. One, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I think I can get this done today. I don't have a hard stop at 8, but I do have to get some work done before my dentist appointment. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So I'm going to have to bounce. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Perfect. But it's not immediately. But we're almost out of ships, so there's a decent chance I can get this done. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. There we go. And now the actual point of this. Let's create that gap. There we go. Maybe I don't need to have that overlapping like that. Hold on. Nope, you're not gonna give it to me. Better. Don't need to line it up. There we go. Burp, burp. Burp. Meedly-doo, boo-doo. One, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Thank you. Off put. Six, too many, 5. There we go. That puts there, and the purpose of this was to do here. Create that 2 pixel gap that lets us know we're in alignment. Flip, there you go. One, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Good. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. All right, Karen, let me ask you this, since you're around, and I appreciate you being here. Is this too busy? Do you think this is too busy? That's my only concern. Is that there's too much noise going on this page. I don't know how else to put in the book all the weapons that the craft have unless I do a diagram like this. But there's a lot going on. I don't want to break it down so there's two separate pages, one for vessels and one for craft, because there's such a disparity between the number of vessels and craft that's not logical to do it that way. And I'm concerned. There's just a lot going on. There's just a lot going on the page, but I think this is the most succinct way to do it, which is why I'm being so meticulous about how things are placed so that everything feels and looks intentional. I don't think the dots are obtrusive, but I believe I want to lower the opacity on them. But I need to finish getting things lined up, like maybe like maybe 33%. See, that's not very invasive. That's a little lighter, so that's not invasive at all at this point. And by the time, see, like that's plenty close to be able to actually read all this stuff. So I'm not concerned about the font size, but I need to put in like a white backdrop behind all these dots, so that the language from the circle, from the air envelope and the grid that they're sitting on doesn't like disrupt. You know, so I'm going to have to put a highlight behind all these things. I'll show you that in a few minutes once I get there. As we're almost there. Stay on target. So I'm going to finish up this hammerhead, get all that in place, and I'll show you. One, two, three, four, five. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Good. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Shit. Yeah, you might be right. One, two, three, four, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. My concern is down here that I don't want these things overlapping the ship itself. Don't know why these are black. Those should be very faint. Huh. Yeah. Okay, what I'm going to do is I'm going to finish the hammerhead ship. I'm going to finish the vessels as they are, make sure everything's sitting the way they're supposed to be, and then I'm going to save a new version of it so I can fuck with it to see if there is a better way to do it. Fuck. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I'll do the treatment that I want to do, and then maybe it'll feel better once I do it. So, but let's get to where we're supposed to be at. One, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. At least everything's properly balanced this way. So if I do need to actually shift them in, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 2, 3, 4. I'll at least have everything properly calibrated. So like if I need to scoot this in like 15 pixels, then I know I can just do 15 pixels for all of them, and that would be a fast movement. And all the lines leading to the equipment should still be relatively in alignment themselves. So actually having to change it isn't going to be as nasty of an effort. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. As I fear that it will be, it'll be easy enough to do it. 2, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. It's just a pain in the tuchus. That is why I get paid the big bucks. Created good balance with each one of them individually. It's just that all of them together, it feels too crowded. Is that it? I'm weary of reducing the amount of pixels, like reducing the size overall. Currently, each of these squares is 100 pixels, and down here, each of these squares are 50 pixels. That's a real clean number to make sure that the grid lines don't get fuzzy on me, and being only 1 pixel, this being a 1 pixel line, that actually keeps things in alignment very well with the circle itself. So I can see squeezing in the margins of where the dots are to stay inside of the boundary of the square itself, like the actual border of the map squares. That would probably resolve the proximity issue of all of them. Alternatively, I could create a little less margin here. Like I have more margin here than I have here, so I could potentially tighten the margin here. But I'm not sure if an extra 5 pixels between each of these is really going to be a significant enough difference to really make to be a notable difference. The words I'm trying to use here, but I should save the document and try other iterations to see if it plays out right. But I want to get the background in for these dots, like the base, the base of it. I want to get that stuff figured out. So, still, did I just do this one? I think I just did these. Yeah. That's right, 5 and 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. What, 6 and 7? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Yeah. Almost there. We'll be able to get to it. One, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Good enough. Let's copy paste. One, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. One, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay. Perfect. Perfect. So. Create a good balance with each one. Experiment with a copy of the page to see what. Yeah. Exactly. I mean, we're gonna pick up the whole thing. We're gonna drop it in anyway. The Word document that we have been working with. You get up here. See, all these are all actually word bubbles here that I can mess around with and rearrange. So the text itself is pretty easy to manipulate. And I have to fix that chart and that chart. It's just the ship placement itself that I need to be concerned about. What font? I got it. For the body of text, I use Roboto, and then for the headers, I use Merriweather. That's a pretty standard model. That's being pulled from those are the fonts that Wizards of the Coast uses in their books. So I've always used them as well. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yeah, the font absolutely will not change, because if I change the font, that will completely scuttle the entire layout of the document, which cannot happen right now. Plus, I'm really used to working with Roboto and Merriweather. I've got a couple of years of experience working with those fonts at this point. I'm pretty comfortable with them. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Good. Two fonts. One, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 6 and 6. There we go. One, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Thank you. One, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Perfect. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Fucking perfect. Nice job, Kearney. One, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 1, 2, 3, 5. There we go. Text. Roboto. R-O-B-O-T-O. One, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Here. There. Roboto. Potato. Okay, there. So all the fonts are done. For the vessels, we haven't done the craft yet, but we can pause there and reflect. So I'm going to stitch these shut. I'm going to duplicate the layer. Drop some white in behind there. That's where it sits with 50%. I'm not necessarily on board. Making a magic based on stones and crystals and their natural powers, not put a spell in. Oh, like some sort of like boon effect or like a feat sort of thing. That's a cool idea. I'm gonna have to redo these 2 points to set properly here in that balance, but. There's 33. Yeah, it still feels a little crowded, doesn't it? I don't think I like how faint that is. I think I actually want it at 50%. I like the white backdrop. Jeez, yeah, I just need a little bit more space, don't I? What can I do to open up a little bit of space in there to make it feel better? Let's get rid of that. Ah, fuck. All right. First, we're going to save, so we don't fuck anything up. And then we're going to go to save as. Ship grid 122. Yeah, I probably could. Yeah, I could drop it so it's aligned with these here. That wouldn't hurt. That's there, and squid ship, and that immediately helped. Now I just need I think there's so much going on between these two strips here. It's these big fucking craft, or these big vessels that have all this business going on between them. I think is what's making it feel crowded. So Rawr! Contemplating my next move. Let's take a sip to reflect. Okay, so let's see. Damsel fly. And damsel fly. Thank you. No. Three, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. 21, 22, 23, 24, 25. Yeah, 26. That definitely helped. Hold on. There and here. I think that's going to help a lot. I still have, I have that spacing and that spacing to resolve 1 and 2. So I have to half the distance that we just added there to make these line up, but that might be enough. It might be enough. We'll see. Let's go to the squid. Hold on. squid and squid and squid. And that immediately helps. All right, let's keep attacking this endeavor and see. Oops. Merge down. Let's see if we can make this thing work. Oops, this is not the way. This is not the right way to do this. The right way to do this is nope. Like that. Oh, my eye. There we go. Let's grab those shapes again here real quick. That, and we'll grab the tyrant and the turtle and the scorpion and the living ship, and that's all we need. Living ship here, and scorpion, turtle, tyrant, bombard. Now that entire deck is lined up. I just need to shift this and shift this to create a little bit more space here and here. This might work out. When increasing the spacing between Nautiloid, Night Spider, and Star Moth vertically unbalance the space between the text. Not sure yet. Not sure yet. That is something that we can play with because they aren't... I want to keep the top edge aligned so that all these are sitting in place properly with where that spacing is there and there. But inside of here, I have play. They had, until just now, they all had the same amount of space between the bottom of the text and the top of the next bubble underneath it. But we just broke that frame by creating gap in the hammerhead and the squid ship. So that technically means I can create more gap here with the Nautiloid and the Star Moth without damaging anything either. I think... I think we have an opportunity to do that, and that might actually be all we really need. I think you're right that it's not so much where the position of the bubbles are; it's just how close each ship is to each other. So by creating a little bit of space there, pardon the pun, we should be able to, hello. Like these craft don't specifically feel unbalanced, but once we push these over and push these over, 1, 2, 3, 4, we'll have more space between each ship, and those should all balance just fine. And pushing this down a little bit, or maybe these up a touch, just to create more space between the cuttlefish and the skiff, that should work well also. Yeah, I think this can work. It's just, yeah, I don't think this is hopeless at all. It's just a little bit more complicated than what I had originally anticipated, which is fine. Complications are fine. That's why we get paid the big bucks. So let me contemplate. What you're suggesting. Here, and yeah, let's try that. So there, and the Star Moth, and the Night Spider, and then I appreciate the console. Thank you. Star Moth and Night Spider. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. And uh-oh. Nope. Nope, 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 nope. Let's try that again. Where'd you go, buddy? Thank you. Yeesh. One, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, fucking 7. 10, 20, 37. This is 19. Okay. 19 it is. So squid ship. Squid ship. One, two, three, four. Wait. Squid, squid, squid. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19. There. So that sits decent. I now have even gap between this and this. And have even gap here and here. I can create more space between these in this space that I have. But I want to at least keep at least, I think 19 pixels difference is what I want to be in there. Increasing the space between not only not fair. Yeah, I don't think that unbalanced it at all. I think that helped open up that space a little bit. So I think we're doing good so far. Let's take in another measurement here. See how far apart. Here we go. That's perfect. One, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 20. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 30. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 40. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 50. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 60. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 70. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 80. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 90. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 100. And 1, 2, 3, 4, fuck you, 5. And then duplicate the layer. 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 51, 52, 53, 54, 55. Okay, so that's 55 as opposed to this being 105, which means I have a disparage of 25 pixels. So I need to... oh, God, the brain salad. It worms. Hold on. Let's see if that's consistent here. Perfect. Yeah. 10, 20, 30, 40, 55. Okay. I think we're seeing a consistency here. 55, 55, 55. Let's go find another balancing equation. Huh. 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70, 80, 95, 96, 97. Jesus. 97. 55. 55. 105. Okay, so there's our numbers. 97, 55, 55. That's our spread in between. So... Get out of here, you scallywag. Oh my god, scuttle my shit. Oh, my shift button's locked down, no wonder. There, fuck you, Jesus. Alright. 97 plus 55 plus 55 plus 105 equals 312. $92 times 4. $78 each, huh? 78, 78, okay. I mean, that's pretty fucking simple math. Whoa, whoa, whoa. How did you get fuckered up, Mr. Bombard? One, two, three, four, five, six. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, cool. Everyone's cool again. What the fuck that happened? Ah, the meticulousness of this is just bleh. Yeah, it's just being cranky. I'm being stupid. It's always user error. Always user error. Let's hit save here real quick before something stupid happens. No. Let's see. I have that sitting there. That's fine. I want to grab... down. That, and we'll go with the Lamprey, Flying Fish, Bombard, and then Lamprey, Flying Fish, Bombard. Oops, I fucked up. There, get my alignment set up. Where are we at? Bombard, Flying Fish, Lamprey. Bombard, Flying Fish, Lamprey. Text block. Oof, that already breathes better. I think this is gonna work out. Am I going over time? Oh yeah, it's 11. It's 8:12. I technically have today off. I took because I have a dentist appointment in a few hours. Technically, I have today off, so I can fudge over my time. But yes, the alarm went off about 17 minutes ago. But this was an endeavor worth sticking around. So I fudged my time. But I should have enough time for me. Thanks for keeping an eye out for me, Karen. That's very kind. But yeah, I'm specifically screwing around with my day today. Oh my god, this is so close. Okay, so we can do this. So we can then go to drop down to here. Merge these down. A very special blossom. There. And then we can go to the Wasp and the Space Galleon and the Shrike. Right. There's that. So let's do that again real quick. We got Wasp, Space Galleon, and Shrike. Wasp, Space Galleon, Shrike. There we go. I can finish these up and then I'll jet. That is definitely feeling less crowded. God, this is such good advice. Thanks, Karen. Even if it's not perfect, I think at the end of this process, I'm going to be at a place where I can be content. I'm going to have to move all of these around. Bloop. So I'm going to have to move all that text around because it's not going to be moving, but I can redo all of this. This will be easy for me to redo. So we'll have something else. We'll be doing something else tomorrow. So today I'm going to be back in about 5-ish hours to do martial powers, building a Rakdos Barbarian, and we'll be back tonight in about 12 hours to do more Eberron creature tokens. Here's this, and then let's go grab our Starmoth, Night Spider. Starmoth, Night Spider, and Nautiloid. Starmoth, Night Spider, Nautiloid. I might end up taking this 3 and pulling it out over here and then pointing here. That feels a little crowded. I can fuck around with these. Hey, see, there's my timer. That's telling me that I should be really serious about leaving now. Okay, I'll be serious. Let's take that seriously. Did we nail it? Oh my god, we fucking nailed it. It's off by a single pixel. Wow. I'm okay with that. That immediately feels better. What I think I can do, I think what'll help is using this as our guiding light. I think I can open up a little bit more space down here to push the tyrant further down to like here, so that I'll open up a little bit of gap. And then we don't have a lot of air room here for these guys. But this feels like there's more space than this, so maybe I can take this circle. Maybe if I take this 4 and put the 4 over here instead, so it's like that. No, god damn it, because I got those. I could potentially put the 4 here. And then we'll be done for the day. So if I use that as my point, it works. So I can do that instead. And that opens up that space up top so it doesn't feel so crowded. And then I could take this 6 and like put it there. This is like that instead. That'll open up that space a little bit more. And then I can take this 2 and I can potentially... that's not bad placement. It's a little off balance here. If I were to pull the 2 over here, I think I can fuck around with these things a little bit. Is what I'm trying to say. Is that by dropping that 4 down here, I think that'll free up that space, and then dropping that 6 down to here, that'll open up those spaces. So those will actually probably feel fine. But then I need to open up space between these two things. Yeah, it does. Okay, yeah. So we got a little bit of room to fuck around with, and we can use. I can have this done. So tonight, what my objective is going to be when I'm off screen is to fix this format. I'm going to hit save here just to fix that. So fix that formatting. Continue working on the Lies of Zaraxis to try to get down to finish up the page I'm currently working on to get another 2 pages done tonight. I don't know how I'm possibly going to do that, but that's the effort. And then we got the Eberron art that we're going to do, and we're going to do the Rakdos Barbarian at lunchtime today. So next time I'm going to be around is in about 5-ish, a little less, probably about 5 hours. So anyone that's interested in that stuff is welcome to stick around. I know this isn't nearly as exotic and sexy as doing like actual illustrations, but page layout's important. This is the real meat and potatoes of building a good document. Illustrations are one thing, but building them and integrating them into the text to make everything look professional, that's actual work. So we're actually working right now. So anyway, Karen, thanks a lot. This has been super helpful. You're wonderful as always. And anyone else that's out there interested in being involved, you're welcome to drop in the comments as you wish. I have a Discord channel that's up and running now. You can sling mud with me there if you want. That's down here in the full description. You can see all of the playlists are on episode 305, so you can see the full playlist here, including the book cover at episode 15. Here's our Discord community. If you're interested in tipping me a tip, $1 on Patreon is appreciated, and you get voting privileges when we do votes. And then you can follow me on Twitter if you want. Otherwise, I will see you guys on the other side. Thanks so much. I'll see you guys in about 5 hours. So, laters.